One of the oldest and best-known sayings in education is also the strangest. We're told we should focus on the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. The challenge for anyone making this assertion is that when we hear it, we never get past the outlandish error. Brian Jackson, among many achievements in the world of education, has set the story straight on the 3 R's. When Jackson teaches the 3 R's, rockets, radios, and robots, his students love it. For more than a quarter century, Brian Jackson has found ways to use technology to activate subjects of study, students in his classes and his fellow teachers. He uses his passion for teaching and learning to connect with people, and has even connected his students with astronauts circling the Earth, one of whom is sitting slightly closer to him today. Imagine what it would be like to be a student in middle school speaking to an astronaut in space. You could not help but be inspired. But one wonders if the astronauts were not also inspired by the connection created by this extraordinary educator. Brian Jackson's work has made him a legend in the teaching community and in near-Earth orbit. Among his many accomplishments, he's twice won the Prime Minister's Award for Teaching Excellence, received grants to support the development of new learning approaches and programs focused on robotics and rocketry, named Space Educator of the Year by the Space Center in Houston, Educator of the Year by the American Institute of Aeronautics and Aerospace, and winner of the Right Stuff from the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, among many other awards. His approach to the 3 R's clearly got it right. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Brian Jackson, a University of Calgary alumnus who used what he learned here and later at the University of Lethbridge to become a beacon of teaching and learning. On behalf of the Senate and the University of Calgary, I invite you to invest him with the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
I admit to you, James Brian Jackson, to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and grant you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Congratulations.
Chancellor Thirsk, President and Vice Chancellor Elizabeth Cannon, Chairman of the Board of Governors Jill Wyatt, members of the university community and leadership team, students, parents, and guests. I would firstly like to thank the University of Calgary for this tremendous honor. I am grateful and truly humbled. I would like to thank those who nominated me and wrote in support of my nomination. But most of all, I'd like to thank my family, for without you, throughout my 27 years as a teacher, none of this would be possible. Before I begin, I'd like to extend my sincerest and most heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates today. An absolutely amazing milestone in your career, and I am very pleased and very honored to be part of your celebration today. In 1989, American author Robert Fulghum wrote the iconic book, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. In it, he shares ideas like share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say you're sorry if you hurt someone, wash your hands before you eat, flush, and my personal favorite, warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. When I look back over my years as a teacher, I would title the book of my career, with apologies to Mr. Fulghum, All I Really Need to Know I Learned in 6th grade. I often joke with my students when they ask if I'm going to teach grade 7, I'm not able to move on and I need to do grade 6 again. That's really not too far from the truth. Over my time in the classroom, I've learned much from the 6th grade world around me, but I have much to learn. Thankfully, my best teachers are 11-year-olds and my family, and times when I fall short of where I want to be. I'd like to share some of these experiences from my time in the classroom with you this morning. I trust something here may be helpful to all of you as you move out into the world that lays ahead of you. First and foremost, take care of yourselves. Without you at your best, you have nothing to give others. Get enough sleep, find ways to relax and get away from the world of work, eat properly, take care of your health. Stay close to your family and friends. They are the ones that will help you get here, that helped you get here, and will be there for you no matter what bumps you hit in the road. The demands of your new career can easily distract you and take you away from home and from your family and friends. Be sure you stay connected. Don't forget where you came from and give back whenever and however you can. Be a mentor and a role model. Many can learn from you and your journey. Share with others the same way that others have shared with you. Spend some energy inspiring the next generation. Return the favor. Create memories by sharing your passions with those around you. I often say that my students will not remember the great math lesson I taught on pre-algebraic functions, but they will remember the times that we threw homemade parachutes from my own garage roof, when we talked to an astronaut on board the International Space Station, or when we used amateur radio to converse with a professor who was at base camp on Mount Everest. Those are the times that I enjoyed, and I shared what I was passionate about, and I charge you to take those same passions that you have so that those are the things that people will remember. Find those opportunities to surround yourself with your own memories, events, trips, relationships, whatever you remember and will remember in the future when you look back. Find ways to collect those memories. As much as I drive my family crazy with my bins and boxes of stuff, I'm proud to look back at my treasures, the things that I've collected that remind me of the fun that I have had and the opportunities that have been given to me. I have a Post-it note taped to my desk at school with the two most important words on it: listen first. As a teacher, I think of myself as a problem solver and a fixer. When my students come to me with a problem, I want to help them solve it quickly so that they can be on their way. However, there are times when I haven't heard all of the facts, and my advice to them is off target. I'm not helpful. I have learned that listening has to be my first and most important skill. When I have heard all that they have to say, then I can respond in a meaningful way. Perhaps the only piece of advice that I remember from my own convocation more than a few days ago is to continue to live like a student for a while. Avoid the lure of the good money that first paycheck will give you and continue to spend wisely. Get a good base under your feet before you start to enjoy the benefits of a continuous source of income. Please make sure, though, that you start to save money starting today. In what seems like the blink of an eye, you'll be close to retirement. Setting money aside now allows you to enjoy that time at the end of your career. I learned a long time ago that my having fun was just as important as my students having fun. Ask yourself, if it's not fun, then why do it? I had a chance a long time ago to get out of the classroom and move into administration. I passed on that opportunity, and that was the best thing I've ever done, because I would have missed out on so many years of having fun doing what I love to do. It gave me something to look forward to every day. Look for where you are right now and find a place that your skill set will fit in, and use those skills in the whole world around you. I believe our time here is not always about finding a way to instantly change the world, but it's about leaving the world a better place than when you found it throughout your entire time here. Find as many ways as you can to make a difference using the skills that you've been given and the talents you have developed here at the University of Calgary. Rabbi Hillel in 50 BCE was rumored to have said something that hangs on a poster at the front of my classroom. To paraphrase, he said, "If not me, who? If not now, when. I've used this saying to guide my own actions and challenges with my students in everything from picking up the trash in the hallways, even if it isn't theirs, or making a change to our local school zone hours, or finding a way to reduce our carbon emissions in our community. Taking the challenge to make a difference needs to happen all the time. Taking responsibility for those changes must be our duty. Carl Sagan once said, "Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Seek out the unknown, the intriguing, the mysteries, the unanswered questions. Nothing is more refreshing than curiosity." As much as we find it sometimes annoying to hear toddlers continually asking why, I find it amazing. It means they are wondering. It means they want to know. Curiosity is refreshing and exciting. Please give into it. Continue to ask why. Continue to search for those answers to those hard questions. For in the search, I believe we find the answers we need. We understand and we move forward in life. It's okay to start at the bottom and work your way up. When I started teaching, I was ready to use my first degree and be the world's best phys ed teacher. I quickly found out I was 7th in line. I had to change my original idea of what my career would look like and start from scratch. I soon discovered how much I love science and finding ways to understand the world around me. There was so much that I knew so very little about. The more I learned as I prepared for lessons for my own class, the more I found I loved and couldn't wait to share the world of science with them. None of this would be possible had I not started from the bottom of the pile and found my new path. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I can think back to many times when my ego got in the way and I made things much harder on myself because I was too stubborn or too proud to ask for help from the people around me. Share your story. Pass along all that you've learned in the story of your life. Let those around you learn from the triumphs and the times that you fell short in your plans. Those stories may provide the reminder or the motivation or the push to get someone to move forward in their own life. Your story may help them avoid a similar mistake. Your story may teach them, and they will be grateful. Finally, say thank you, and mean it. Find those people who have helped you get where you are right now, and those who will help you along the way, and thank them. Tell them how grateful you are for whatever they have done to help and support you. Don't let those sincere words go unsaid. To close, may I offer these words from a traditional Irish blessing. May you always have work for your hands to do. May your pockets hold always a coin or two. May the sun shine bright on your window pane. May the rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you, and may your heart be filled with gladness to cheer you. My best wishes to you all for success, happiness, and fun along your path. Thank you.